Hey guys, probably spent close to 75% of my day today, my day off, one of my oh so prized and anticipated weekend days, on my phone, you know, hovering around the magical information rectangle. That's what my friend calls it. 75% is a bit of an over-exaggeration, but it wasn't really a good day. And it's late now, it's dark out, and I really want to come home. And this video, I'd like to see if maybe we can, I don't know how your day's been. I don't know what you've been up to. I hope you haven't spent that much time on your phone. Haven't been as paranoid or glued. It's really information which gets me when I go down rabbit holes, and I don't when you spend that much time, you don't get what you're looking for out of it. You really don't. When you lose control in that way, and you're not giving yourself to control, when when you know that you've lost control, and you know that you don't want to lose control. Sometimes when we're possessed, we can give ourselves to it, and that's a whole other distinction and a half. But it wasn't good. It wasn't good. I knew it was too much, and I was not in line with myself. But anyways, I don't want to dwell on that too much. It's not the goal here. I think it'll just perpetuate it more. But I want to see if we can just find peace in this world. Like lasting, real, unconditional peace. All of our wisdom traditions, kind of, in religions and such things, seem to gesture towards this. And I don't really know what peace is. But I think on one level it's the closest I can get to peace. And my therapist, he told me about what is it, Dante's Inferno, I guess. He's a literature guy, and in the end they're in purgatory, and we can either bellyache and complain about how bad purgatory is, or we go around trying to find all these exits and these ways out of purgatory, and going through all these trapdoors and secret corridors and getting lost in this sort of maze and labyrinth. And I feel like I've been going in both of those ways today. At the way out of purgatory, he said, according to the story, is, oh, you be in purgatory. You just accept that, no, here we are. I don't really know what it means to do that, Then I have the question, well, what is acceptance? How do we accept that we're in purgatory? I don't think you can do that, because I think the whole notion of acceptance, of surrender, of not doing, is to, well, not do. But that's something that we can go do. Well, there's something very curious about that. For me, I'm just left fucking exhausted. Just fucking exhausted. And just out of my mind. Whatever the hell that means, but that's just what's coming to me. So let's breathe. I do believe in lasting peace, and I would say it's more than a belief at this point. And how I access that is I realize that I've left home. And when I know that I've left home is when I feel that possession, when I feel overtaken. And It's almost like I forget what I am. I really like this quote, to be in the world but not of it. And going back to our wisdom traditions, you know, we're told this idea of you know, being otherworldly and going beyond the world and giving up the body and all these such things. And I think we really do that. You know, we sacrifice, we really accept ourselves, and in like a ascetic sort of way. We accept ourselves, and you know, we give up and have faith and such. So maybe that we can more fully be ourselves. So that we can more fully be in reality, be in the world. Because I think, you know, like in Dante's, we can run around in circles around this world, looking for the answers, looking for peace, right? You know, I don't know about you guys, but so much of my life it's been that kind of rat race, that striving, that looking, and it led me to some rather challenging places, you guys. Some rather challenging places that I feel truly grateful to have had the opportunity to come out the other end of, you know, whatever the hell that means, and to witness real peace. And I don't know what real peace is. I don't know what home is, but oh, what the fuck are they doing fireworks for? It's like the end of April. What the fuck's going on at the end of April? I don't know. Someone's going home over there. I know how to go home, but I don't know what home is. And how I go home is I accept myself. I accept reality, and I turn in. You know, I look at my very looking. I focus on my body, and I notice that I don't want to do that. And I notice that I notice that, and I notice that I notice that I notice that I notice, and I just let that be. And I just kind of begin to relax. But it's not easy, and especially when you're hijacked in the moment, and you have all these titillating sort of all this titillating stimulus and objects and, you know, activity before you. It's like, God, it takes so much out of us to stay focused, you know, because I think we're very easily hijacked. And when we go home, we reclaim ourselves. We come back to who we really are, so that we can steer our own course. And I think we have reluctance to go home because it's scary on one level, to give up, to stop, to let go. Because one, I think we're convinced that the truth is out there, which it is. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm not saying that there's no there. I'm not saying that there is as well. But to just like step into the void of our experience, to brave that, like to really get silence, you know, to not need to speak so much, to just I think it's only then we can we can understand why we really speak. So honestly I feel guilty, but honestly I feel shameful. I feel like a loser. I feel like I didn't do enough. I feel upset. I feel confused. I was gonna go out and be social tonight. I was gonna go to the music thing downtown, but I didn't want to go, you guys. I didn't want to go. I feel isolated. I'll try and get out tomorrow night. I've been working on it. It's been better. I really want friends. I'm just talking to myself. I do care about this project. And it means so much more to me than just having a place to put myself, I guess. And there are some things that I have some different ideas. It just might take more time than I expect, and you know, I can try and map it out and give you all these concrete notions of what's going to be happening and all, but I can only do my best, you know, and I'm only so great, but whatever the hell that means. Whatever the hell that means. It's so hard to keep a consistent ends in mind and to like have goals or long-term goals or just a sense of purpose and traction with life and just like bigger picture, and for that to not constantly like rewrite itself in a way, and to keep like consistent and cohesive with that, like in every moment of your life, and to live every moment with like purpose. Like it's really first of all, I think it's so beyond us, and like it can honestly just become detrimental, because I think that when we need to have the perfect understanding of what it all means and what it's all in service of, that will just go on forever. We'll just go around in circles in purgatory, you know, looking for the way out. I think it almost takes a real trust to go home. A real trust and a real faith, I think. I think that's why I think faith is silent. I think any words we offer in faith are the closest thing we can speak to silence, maybe. What the hell that means. I only had 2 gigabytes left. But I ran out of storage space. You know, I feel like I should wrap this up. I don't really know what I'll be wrapping up, but I should go to bed soon. I just wanted to see if I could share this sense of homecoming with you guys, because it's a real resource, you know, and it's a bummer. It's a bummer that we lose ourselves when we have these kinds of days. It hurts, you know. When I was going into some hard emotions this morning, and had some things that kind of triggered me, and I think that started it, and then I just kind of abstracted it into politics and the information rectangle. It's funny how all those things relate. So I'm interested in Freud and all. It kind of ties that shit together. But just ideas and things. You know, this is a world of things. What you are. Home is not a thing. As much as it is, but I hear you, Charlie. I'm sorry. But yeah. Things will be there, you know. Maybe we can only really appreciate things and we can let them go. Why? Because we don't own them. They're not ours. There's nothing keeping them belonging to us And the more we need to have that, I think the more disappointed we will get, because the more we need to contain and have that security and that never-ending possession and fixation on reality, I think we lose what reality really is. Because I don't think anything is permanent about this. I don't think anything is really permanent in that sense, you know? I mean, I'm not like a full sort of, you know, Heraclitean flux lord. You know, I think that the only thing that changes, the only thing that's constant is change. And I think that's what home is. It's that constancy in the change, so that we can really get in the flow, be the wave maybe. But yeah, peace, you guys. Peace. Let's just hang out for a sec. I'm glad if you decided to follow along with this, and I don't know, maybe you felt a little better. I don't know what's going on in your day. I don't know if I could understand it if you told me, but I could try, and I'm sure there's a lot I could relate to and I could listen to. I get it. As much as I don't, I do. And I'm sorry. Or that's awesome, dude. I'm glad that happened. Either or. I have a friend who says that. It's funny. um, so it's kind of silly. I'm not too worried about it. Let's see if we can just leave this. I'm gonna leave. See if I can be silent. I don't like silence very much. I'm gonna see if I can be silent until my SSD maxes out, which it should do soon.